Like, knowing that you're not going to say anything means that you can live to the next day.
So silence is strategic.
When is the right time to be silent, and when is the right time to be quiet?
Communicate. What are you trying to communicate?
Some situations I'm scared.
You be scared?
Oh, yeah.
Really? Hello, everybody. We're just chatting, but we're just chatting with pizza. Pizza on pizza, Rex on Rex. What are you saying when you are silent? What is your thing when you're silent?
Well, when I personally get silent, thank you, Maya. Me personally, I get silent when it's more of a strategic thing.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer silence over just blindly raging out.
Okay, that works.
If I'm silent, that means I'm done talking.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm done talking, good luck getting a response out of me. I've used silence to make a point of just knowing that you're not going to get a reaction out of me, either based off of particular behavior that I've noticed, or if I tell you that, hey, I'm done and I mean it, because there will be times where I'll say I'm done and I don't mean it.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm done and I mean it, then I will definitely be letting you know that I'm done by ceasing communication with you.
Okay.
And that could be either you getting blocked, or you can remain unblocked, but just know that I will choose not to answer messages or choose not to respond when you make certain attempts in communication.
So silence is strategic for
To
you.
me, yes. It's very powerful, especially when you're choosing silence.
Okay.
A forced silence is one thing,
Mm-hmm.
but when you're choosing to be silent,
Mm-hmm.
you can choose it because you're choosing something as extreme as life over death.
Mm-hmm.
Like, knowing that you're not going to say anything means that you can live to the next day.
Wow. Like, when are you ever in that situation?
No, I'm just saying, like, on like the far extreme.
I was about to say, what?
Like far extreme. Like far extreme. Or just knowing that
How about you super spy?
you never know.
I guess not.
But
That was a crazy example. You just said, silent or something. I don't even know what you would say, but okay.
the saying of never interrupt your enemies when they're making mistakes, that would be strategic silence.
No, like
you
you
choosing not to correct.
You sound like you used to disrupt governments.
In a past life, probably.
Really, probably this one. Okay. So, have you ever been in a situation where somebody has gotten silent on you?
Yes.
What happened?
It was a parent and
Like an actual, adult figure.
adult figure.
Okay.
Yes. And they, granted, I think I had done something to warrant the upset and the anger, but how they expressed it was through silence.
You ran somebody over.
I was a kid. But still, the mistake was made. Don't remember what it was, but I just remember a large part of it was, yes, as much as there was yelling, there was just enough silence. But it was where the silence was placed that meant a lot to me.
Okay. So in between, apologies or...
No. This person wouldn't really particularly apologize, but...
No, were you apologizing and was it met with silence?
Apologizing but met with silence. Not that I can recall. Not that I can recall. And that could either just be because I just genuinely don't remember, or apologize all that much.
Okay, that's fair.
But, I'm getting better at apologizing now.
Okay.
I'm trying to get better, or at least being more accountable for my part to play in whatever was caused. I've been the one to more so get silent, either out of strategic or just simply out of a shutdown response.
Mm-hmm.
Either in intense situations or intense arguments, or I feel like that the energy is off, or there's some underlying tension, I'll just be quiet. I won't say anything, I won't rock the boat, I won't quiet as a mouse.
So silence is definitely a mechanism to communicate. What are you trying to communicate?
Some situations I'm scared.
You be scared?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Granted, me as a child, understanding what silence was,
Mm-hmm.
or learning to understand it, I knew that if I was quiet, I wouldn't get yelled at, even if I was upset.
Okay.
Knowing that my parents were upset with me,
Mm-hmm.
Granted, I took the initial lecture.
Okay.
Don't talk back.
Okay.
Don't quiet. Take it. Keep pushing.
Okay.
Once I got older, I realized that people didn't like when you didn't talk to them, especially if they knew that they did what they did was messed up.
Okay.
So you realize that, I could just not give energy to this, and I'll just be quiet.
I feel like silence for me has been one of those things that I use to, I don't weaponize it. It's just when I have so much to say, I'm always cracking jokes, I'm always doing things. So my silence is has anybody heard from Dennis? I don't like ill-placed silences. There's silences that, I don't think they really need to like be there sometimes when it's like
You
coming
mean
to
like in a manipulative sense?
yes, because I have a hard time believing that you actually want to get to a resolution for the situation. I feel like you just want to perpetuate things, or you just want to be right. I feel like I'm dismissive, and I'm learning to be quiet. But there's a difference between being quiet and being silent. Because if we're having a conversation and information needs to be put out, then I need to not be dismissive, which means I need to be quiet. If I am silent, silence is one of those things I'm like, okay, we can go there. I usually feel like when one person is silent, I feel like the other person is making as much noise as possible.
Okay.
You know, I feel like it's met with that.
I think also too, like, I feel like silence or being quiet, I don't know why I thought of it this way. When you have brought up being quiet to get a reaction, or knowing that is gonna drive this person up a wall to know that they're not gonna hear from me. For someone like you who's always chatting, who's always talking, like, your silence is the total opposite of like a check on. Or I wouldn't say cry for help, that's a little bit of a far stretch, but it's definitely something to raise concern. And for me, I'm someone who likes to call themselves like a very low maintenance kind of friend, a very quiet kind of friend. Like, as you know, like, we've gone months without like talking every day or things like that, but when I see you, or if I see you're doing stuff,
we going up, we burning Atlanta down.
Right, like we going out with the sparklers, fireworks, flamethrowers, the whole nine.
You gonna know it's us when we out.
Absolutely. We gonna be at the buffet.
Yeah, that's ain't going on.
Look, we gonna be dressed fine when we do it, but I'm just saying, we gotta eat.
I'm calm, like clean, but I'm gonna leave this thing in my shirt. I don't like that.
It's not the vibe for me.
It's not for our age group. No. One, it's expensive to get in if you're not a woman. Two, everything in the club is expensive.
Yeah, and you getting paid to stand.
Yeah.
If I want a section, I want to sit.
Okay. But the best section is a living room. You got a TV, it ain't loud, it ain't ghetto.
Look at that's free, bottomless.
Bottomless. Yeah, I'm good. Really good. How do you get out of like that silent stage? Do you think that silence is a state that is warranted by something? Like, what is the thing that makes somebody go silent?
Me personally, it's either intense emotion in an attempt to process. So there will be a period of my processing where I won't say anything about it. I'm silent or quiet, depending on how you want to look at it, for a period of time while I process and work through it. Or it can be in very intense situations, like you're fussing at me, you're yelling, you're very intense. I'm silent. I'm shutting down.
Okay.
Or if I see, well, in recent developments, that like when certain people, like you said, are making too much noise, it's better to just.
You said recent developments.
Recent developments. It's better for certain. It's at least in terms of people making a lot of noise.
Okay.
It's just much better to not interact. At least to me, in this particular situation, like my silence doesn't feed it.
Your silence starves it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which can be worse depending on how you look at it.
It's kind of one of those things where if you're in a situation and you're giving something like energy, it's like once you give it the energy, it kind of perpetuates and it snowballs into something that you don't want it to be. We live in a world where it's never really actually like quiet. And there's always going to be somebody or something out there that's going to try to justify the way that you feel. And if you are justifying it not based off of fact, but a subjective experience that makes you feel good, I feel like that is the thing that leads you down a dark path or a rabbit hole.
So I'll pose this question.
Okay.
When is the right time to be silent, and when is the right time to be quiet? And if so, if there is a difference, what is the difference?
So silence and quiet to me is like if we're having a conversation, my tactic, especially if we're not in person, is muting myself on the phone. And it's time to be quiet because it's like as this person continues to like try to open up or be open, I have to do my best to make sure that I don't close them back inside of their shell, or there are certain things that I don't do make the situation possibly worse than what it actually is. Let's just be silent before we hurt each other, before we cut each other down with words.
And like understanding that it's okay for that space to be silent.
Yeah.
for that moment or for that period of time while both of you either are licking your wounds, processing whatever conversation was had, or just realizing or figuring out, hey, we gotta go our separate ways for a bit. At some point, we might make our way back to each other. And if we do, great, fantastic. But there's no point in filling the silence.
There is no point in filling the silence. It's kind of one of those things. But for me,